How do I share this thing? Probably should have thought about this before I went live, huh? That light's just way too bright. Let's see if I can turn it down. Yeah. Okay, check to make sure the sound's working, so we're going to turn this off, turn this up. Yeah. Cool. Alright, and then the last thing I need to do... So, oh shoot. Go back. Sorry, this is kind of a spur of the moment thing here, folks. Did I fix this? I didn't. Okay. This thing over here. Look at, there it is. Okay. Sorry, just gotta post the link to this really quickly, and then we can go ahead and get started on this. Oh goodness, folks. Hope you're all having an excellent evening. I've already got people watching. Okay, I'll be fast. Just went live doing the smart city thing. Like that. Okay. Go. Alright. Headache after headache. Alright. Shoot. I already forgot what everything I was going to do. So, today, actually I guess it's a start. Hi everybody and welcome back to UTSU.Ninja. My name is Tristan and today we're going to be building a smart city thing, or at least we're going to be starting it, which is pretty exciting for me. This is a project I've been wanting to work on for a little bit, and I finally get the opportunity to start working on this, and I want to show you guys kind of how it works. So, before I dive straight into this, we don't need this. This is for another video I'm working on. I want to show you guys this map. So this is a Google map. You can create personalized maps for different cities or events and things like that. And this is going to be the basis of the initial part of our project. Okay, so this is a map I made all the way back in July of 2016 when I was seriously addicted to Pokemon Go. Still playing it, not playing it quite as much, but that's beside the point. So what I did is I wanted to find a way that I could optimize my Pokemon Go ink, right? So what I did is I made this map and I started going through and marking where I found specific Pokemon, where I could find different Pokemon stops or gyms, which you can see right here. This is a stop, and then there's a gym, like that's a gym, that's a gym. There's a few of those. So I wanted to kind of go through and route the walks that I would take with my dog, so that way I can get the most benefit out of this. And then what I did is I thought to myself, you know, there's only one Tristan. It would be great if there was a way to have more than one Tristan, right? Or at least have more than one person working on this. So I went and I opened this up to the public, so that way they can contribute to this list. So I am responsible for about half of these, and then somebody went and did all these ones, and then over here, and all these spots down here. Excuse me. And I'm not sure if you guys can see it. I realize the screen's kind of small, but you can see right over here that the total views that this thing has had in the past 2 years is a little over 335,000 views. In fact, this has already popped up about 100 views since I last checked on this about an hour ago. So it gets a little bit of traffic. Right now it's getting about usually between 10 and 15,000 views per month. And that's after this thing's been out for 2 years. I believe during our first 6 months we had 250,000 views. So that's pretty good. Now, what's neat about this is we actually made some money off of this map, and that's kind of the reason we wanted to get back into this. Right now, it's being monetized through the use of affiliate links, which you can see right here. I'm also using it as a source of backlinks for my for our YouTube channel. But like this right here, this is an affiliate link. This one's an affiliate link. That's an affiliate video. So that's how I'm using this right now. So I'm still making a little bit of money off of it. But what we were doing originally is, for example, you'll notice that there are hotspots, and one of the really good spots is actually right over here. And there are a lot of stores along this route. So we have the White Owl's restaurant, Great Harvest Bread Company. This is like our St. Louis bread company, but out here in Utah. Bluebird, they have like desserts and stuff. Pizza, Thai, Chuckarama. So we had lots of food in the area. So what we would do is we would go and we would find all these locations and say, hey, just so you know, your area is going to be very highly populated or trafficked by people playing Pokemon Go, and we'd like to extend an offer to you, placing a special marker on our map about you and your business for our players, so people visiting the site. So the idea is that when you're out walking down Main Street playing Pokemon Go, and you think, I could really go for a burger right now, and since you're already using this map to kind of set your route, then you see something on here that says, a great big marker that says, hey, cheap food over here, and you go, oh, Burger King's going to give me a free drink based off of whoever's managing this gym. So like you have Team Red, Team Blue, and Team Yellow. So like if it's Team Red, then you get like a root beer or a Coke. If it's Team Blue, then Gatorade or something like that. So you get a free drink, based on that, or just get a free whatever or a discount on whatever, as you're out playing this game. And of course, if you're gonna buy a drink, you're probably gonna buy a hamburger or some fries or something because you need the energy. And so that's what we did. We went and we found these different hotspots. We offered markings on these maps, and we charged about $50 a month for it. And that lasted about 6 months, like I said, when the game was really, really popular, and then things kind of started to die down a little bit. And that's when we switched over to the affiliate. Between that, we did some other affiliate stuff before as well, promoting like different cell phones, battery chargers, socks. We sold a lot of socks. We sold a ton of Pikachu socks. So there's definitely a market for this. Hi, Victoria. And so the idea is to kind of do something similar with our new project right now, but this time we're going to start including our Bluetooth beacons and our NFC tags. So I started working on this the other day, and I wanted to kind of go through and start, figure out some ways to make this work a little bit easier and make it so it's not quite as, stressful, boring, putting this thing together. And so I want to go ahead and show you guys how to do that right now. But this is the first route of the public transit system, so our public buses that we have here in my city. And what's cool about this bus route is that all the buses in my city are free. But the problem is that their website is awful. Like, this is bad. This is like early 2000s bad. Like back in the early 2000s this would have been cool, but right now this is awful. So if you want to see a map, if you want to see what the routes are like or the schedules, you click on this. You click on this. All right. Full system map. Okay. So here's the whole map. You can't scroll up and down in order to see it. You can use the control button to do that. But that's all the bus routes. Okay. If you want to find a specific bus route, so like we started working on route 1, you have to click on that. Here are all the times at the different stops, which is great, and you can kind of have an idea of where these stops are. But then here's the map again, and you kind of got to push the buttons and move stuff around like this. It's not very user-friendly, and that's the main reason that people never really use this. And the other bad thing about this is if we click this down, and if we go to what should be the mobile size, it's not responsive. And so if you're on your phone, which is where people are going to be using this website looks like crap. And so it's not helpful. It's not useful. And we wanted to find a way to make it better. And so that's when we started working on this. Now this map, oops, let's turn all this stuff off real quick. How do I close this thing? I can never remember how to close this part. Anyways, our map is responsive, and it actually looks really good on mobile devices. In fact, I can show you guys right here, since I now have an actual mobile device that works. In fact, I was testing it this morning. See, that's probably going to be really small. Actually, I can't even see that. Let me turn on my other thing so I can see what I'm looking at. Okay. See it? Look, you can do it. It's too bright. It's way too bright. Okay. The idea is that it actually works. So you can use this. You can see what's going on. Let's try turning down the brightness by like a lot. Does that work? There you go. So it actually works now. You can use this. If you wanted to find a specific bus route or a specific stop, all you have to do is turn on your map and it's going to say, hey, you're standing right here. Well, there's a bus stop right here, and then there's another bus stop right here, and then it'll give you walking directions to show you which one's faster. And when you click on this, it'll actually tell you the bus leaves from here every 15 minutes from 7 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and then from 3:30 and then after that it leaves every 30 minutes. So if you get here at 7:10, you know you only have to wait 5 minutes. But if you get here at 3:10, you know you have to wait 20 minutes until the next bus comes through. So that's the idea behind this. And then it actually shows the route that the bus actually follows. It goes do up and then down and around and back to the stop. So that's how that part works. And again, this actually works. And it has the all the addresses over here, everything. So the idea is that you use this map to get around town a little bit more easily. Turn this thing on over here real quick. Okay. And so, like I said, it's just a Google map. So what makes this into a smart city, right? Because that's really the question. That's what we're here to do, right? So what we're going to do is as soon as I finish building out this map, we are going to order some NFC cards, and then we're going to sell those cards to people here in our city, so that way they can get access to this map that we put together. Now, the map itself, obviously it's free. It's up on Google. We don't care if people use the map, and honestly, we don't even care if they pay for the tags because we're going to monetize this map anyways. But just to kind of help us get up and running, you know, we're going to charge $3, $4, $5 for these cards. Just to kind of cover our expenses and to start getting people out and using it. We'd really like to use the PVC tag or the PVC cards for these, just because I think that's going to last a little bit longer and get something nice printed on it. So it's going to be a little bit of an initial price for it, but no, that's not really where the money is going to be coming from. So that's phase one, and then phase two is we'd like to go to all the bus stops, which you can see right here. Now, some would say, but Triston, this already shows a bus stop, and it does, but it doesn't show the route, it doesn't show the time, it doesn't actually show anything else, it just shows that there's a stop here. So this should actually be like, can I move it? Edit? Like that. But that's beside the point. I can go back and fix all that later. What was I talking about? I already forgot. I'm in bad shape. So, oh, right. So the value that we're going to get behind this, the way we're going to make money off of this is, oh no, phase two, that's right. So phase two is to come and put in other NFC tags here in each individual stop that have the same schedules on there and access to this map. So that way people can know when the next map is, or when the next bus is going to come. There's actually a system that's been developed specifically for public transit systems that will show estimated wait times and where the buses currently are on their routes. So that's something else that we could plug into this so people can see exactly how long they have to wait until their next bus comes through. So we're going to be doing that. We'd also like to start putting Bluetooth beacons. We can do Bluetooth beacons here as well instead of doing Google Map, or instead of doing an NFC. Kind of prefer, well, actually I guess they both would work the same way. But we're going to start by doing that, and then eventually what we want to do is we want to start adding things like our tourist locations. And we're to think, okay, you're out here in Logan, Utah. It's not exactly a lot of tourist locations, but we've got things like the Mormon Temple over here. They have a really cool building. Where is it? They've got another really cool building over here somewhere where they do like family history, genealogy stuff that's really neat. So there are some different things that we can do out here, but maybe Logan, Utah isn't the best example. But if we were to go south a little bit, down here to Salt Lake, there's all kinds of touristy stuff that you can do down here. You've got parks, zoos, you've got the Utah Jazz Stadium, you've got all kinds of fun stuff that you can do down here. Or we can go north to Boise, right over here. Again, you got some touristy stuff to do. This is where ClickBank's headquarters is located, if I'm not mistaken. So this is right now it's serving more as an example of what we can do, and then eventually we'll grow it and expand it into some other things. But again, as far as looking at like tourism stuff, then what we can do is, since people are already using our system, then they're going to recognize, okay, we're using the system to get around town. When they see that same card, they'll know, oh, I can get information off of this. They're going to understand how that works, and then go over, tap their phone, and they can get information about the tourist attraction. There's a zoo. Where's the zoo? We have a zoo over here somewhere. I can never remember where it is. There's a zoo around here somewhere. We can do the exact same thing. In fact, that's what we're planning to do. We've already talked with them, and we're going to start installing beacons here really soon. And again, there we're going to be providing multilingual content about the animals that they have there in their zoos and their exhibits. We're going to be talking about conservation efforts. We're going to talk about all kinds of fun stuff. And again, that's something else that we can do to build out our smart city. And let's see what else we can do with this thing. And as far as like anything sports related or anything like shopping related, so you may have noticed we have a great big huge Utah State University right here. Our normal population for the city is about 15,000 people. When school's in session, that doubles, and so we have 15,000 people, 5,000 people, whatever, that are new to the city, who don't know where anything is. And so these people, well, they need food, so we can show them where the grocery stores are. We can show them which grocery stores have the best prices. We can show them where Home Depot is. We can show them specials from Home Depot. We can show them specials for Los Primos restaurant, which is my absolute favorite place in the entire world. They're down over here somewhere. Are they? Or are they over here? They're around here somewhere, I think. Pretty sure. We can help people find out about different restaurants. We can help them find out about different other services that are available. And if we're using our bus routes as a basis for this, so look at this real quick. Say that you are over here in the transit system, or transit center, right? And say, you know what? I'm actually a little hungry. I think I could get something to eat. Pull up the system. Hey, you've got a KFC right here, Subway's over here, Japanese sushi right over here, liquor right over here. Or if you're really hungry, you can go over to FedEx or Pizza Hut or Jamba Juice. So we have these different options available, and so we can then use this system to promote these other local businesses. If your dog gets sick, something that happened to us a couple of weeks ago, the beagle got into some chocolate and we didn't realize it, and he got really sick, and we thought to ourselves, you know what, we don't know where the local vet is, and so we could use something like this. We can come over here and pull up and see which vet is closest. Now, of course, people can just Google it, but what's interesting about this is because this Google map is a Google property, we can actually outrank several of the other things that are going to show up in the search, and so they're going to come to this site first, and then we can show them where all the veterinary places are. We can show them where all the restaurants are, and that's something that we can then monetize, because if somebody wants a special listing on this map, if the restaurant wants to have something that really stands out so people know, you know, hey, there's a restaurant here, we can charge them for that. We can charge them $20, $30, $50, depends on what that traffic's worth. So that's the idea behind all of doing this. Whew! And again, it's something we actually did, and something that actually worked, and something we actually made money from, and that's why we're doing it again with this, as you can see right over here. Trying to think what else. All right, so that's, you know, the idea behind it, that's the concept behind it, what we're doing to actually do it. Now, the next question is, Tristan, how do you actually make your map? Well, I can tell you it is a pain in the butt. So we're going to look at Route 2 real quick, and I'm going to show you real quickly how we do this. Alright. Split screen is awesome. So we're going to go ahead and turn off these two layers first. Oh, I guess I should show you how to get into this first. Go to Google Maps, click on the menu, go to My Places, Maps, then scroll down here to the bottom where it says Create Maps. And now you have a blank map that you can start working with. So that is the same thing as this. It's just a little bit better, all the way put together. Okay, so we have turned off Route 1. So this is the Route 1 stops. This is the Route 1 map. Now we want to start working on Route 2. So we're going to click on Add Layer. We're going to call this route to stops. Alright. Now there's a couple different ways that you can do this. You can either take your map like this. So this is the... I hate this map. Alright. So that is my transit system center place. And that thing is done over here. Let's turn this thing back on. Right here. Okay. So map starts here. And then we can just follow this thing along. And again, you will notice that it does have the markers here of where the individual bus stops are. I'm not sure this is going to show up on every single Google map, but this is the one that we're using and it does work. So you can start this way, or you can also take the actual address and you can just take that and drop it in here. And then it will show you where that location is. And then we can add to map. Like so. We're actually going to delete that one and we're going to do our own. So to do that, we're going to click on add marker. We're just going to drop it wherever we need to start. Is it going to be stop 1 and the address. Now the other thing I like to do here is I like to add the times. So we're going to save this real quick. It looks like the timing for this is the same as the other one. So we're going to turn this on real quick. We are going to edit this and we're just going to copy all of that, save it, and we can turn this back off. Now the information that you put in here is going to be saved and indexed, so if you wanted to really optimize this well, then you most certainly can. So this thing runs every half hour all day long. Yep, every half hour. Okay, so leaves every 30 minutes from, actually we could just do this, 6 a.m. I have my phone beep. Okay, to 8:30 p.m. We can go ahead and delete that. Alright, so now you know if it is 7:45 in the evening, you know that your bus is going to be here again in 15 minutes. Alright, so let's go ahead and come back over here. We're going to follow our map. Now with this, what's important here is we want to check and see the actual route that the map is going to take. So we need to go to 704 and 604 north and 200 east. So where is that going to take it? So this is 200 east. Alright, so it comes over here first. Now, the way to find this, let's go like that. And it does help, whoops, to have the actual map, bus route like this that you can then follow. Whoops. But anyways, so we're going to go ahead and add in our stop right here. This is, we call this pointer stop. Okay, stop 2 and the address. And then we also know that's going to have the same time as the other one. We can delete that one. Like so. So the next thing that we do is we do this for all the remaining stops that are on the line. And we add in the times and everything. And then in order to add in the route itself, I like to use this one here where it says draw a line and then add a driving route. And you could actually do this the same way. So we can start by clicking here and then it drives to here. And then just kind of follow that route all the way through once you've marked all of your places until eventually it leads you right back to your original spot. And when you've done that, let's go ahead and turn these two off. You'll have a map that looks like this. Now the other neat thing about this is you can change the colors for these. So like, we don't need this one. Actually, let's go ahead and turn that one back on. Nope, this one. And that one. Alright, so individual styles. Labels, that's not what we want. Alright, well, we'll start here. So we can change the colors. We can change the symbols. So for example, if we know that this is going to be, let's call it a house. well, hey, it's going to be marked as a house instead of a bus stop. And you can add other stop or other icons to this as well. You can even add in your own icons just by clicking this. That's how we did our Pokemon over here. These are just different icons. So if you have a mustache stop for whatever reason, you've got that here too. Transportation. We got our bus. Let's call it the bus. Train, tram. Which of these things is a bus? I can't see the bus. Taxi, bus. All right. And we can still change those colors too, just so that each of the individual routes has their own colors. So like that. But of course, we're not going to be doing that with this one because this map, this one has already been chosen. So we're going to change that back and give it back to its normal color, like that. So that's the idea. And like I said, the next thing that we would need to do is to go through and fill out all the maps for this, or all the individual stops. Now, as far as optimizing this and actually getting it to show up in Google, there are a couple of different things that you're going to want. We're going to close that real quick. First thing you need to do is the map title. This is really important, so we're going to close the Logan, Utah bus routes. And then for our description, this is a community created version of the Logan, Utah bus route and public transportation system. I can spell transportation system, etc. So we'll add more to that later. Make sure you're using whatever keywords you want to target for keyword research. I always like keywordfinder.com. It's just kwfinder.com. Just an easy way to work on this kind of stuff. I already went through and did some keyword research for this, but I would not be surprised if this map is already ranking because it's been saved. Let's see. Nope, not showing up on here yet, but we'll give it a couple of days and it will show up. The other thing you can do if you do want to add some extra oomph to this is you'll probably want to get some backlinks or some embeds for this stuff. I really like Conquer, and I'll stick a link to this in the chat just to show you guys my favorite ones. But I like a guy named Tony Peacock. Where is he? Okay, and I'm going to give you guys my affiliate link to his store because I got to make money too, right? So you guys can use that. Can I stick this in the description? I sure can. Cool. All right. So what you want to do over here is you want to look for this right here. It says only $5. You can get the more expensive ones, like this one's really good. Anything that says embed or maps, so like this one's really good. This is the same thing. Do we have anything else? Magic Indexer is really good too. The indexer, this is how you actually get it to be seen by Google. But what you want to do is you want to come in here, you want to give this man $5, and then what will happen is he's going to take that map and he's going to embed it on different websites, so that way Google sees that and it looks like people are using the map more often, and it will help you to rank your map a little bit higher. Now, some people worry about like penalties or anything like that. Not an issue with this for a couple of different reasons. First off, Google only really likes it when you try to rank your own stuff like this. Well, even then, they don't really care that much. But since we are promoting a Google property, then they're going to get more traffic to other Google properties, and they really like it when that happens, and so they're going to support it. And the other thing is that, what was I going to say? Oh, it's also a question of ratios. So like if you have a brand new site and you go out and you decide to buy 5 million backlinks to it, that's obviously going to look a little spammy to Google. But since Google Maps already has billions of backlinks, adding a couple of hundred here, it's going to be a drop in the ocean. So you're able to be a lot more aggressive SEO-wise using something like this for a map than you would be for a website. So that's the other thing I would mention. And if you really wanted to, you could even go through and you can say, hey, look, I'm going to make a list of all of the, what's a good one here? All the roofing companies in my city. Create a Google map, come over here, give the guy $75, and he will put that website or that map on all of his websites about roofing, and then that map will rank higher, and then you'll be able to sell your leads through that. So this is a really cool way to do lead generation if that is something you guys are interested in. Do we have anything else over here that would be good for our maps? Look through here. Like I said, there's a lot of really interesting services that he offers. I know the owner of this personally. I can personally vouch for him. He is an awesome guy, and he's a good friend of mine. So, and I met him because I kept buying all of his stuff. So just to give you guys an idea, he really does know what he's doing. It's very, very high quality service. But that's what I would do. So as soon as I finish mapping out my bus routes over here, I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to give Mr. Peacock a few dollars, and he is going to help me rank this map #1 in the search engine results, and that's going to help me drive traffic to it. Because that's going to be the next thing, is that we need traffic actually coming to this map in order for it to be valuable, in order for people to use it. Now, there's a couple different ways you can do that. You can use the organic. You can also use anything as far as social stuff. So like we have a lot of groups here, like different classified groups and things like that for the area. This little valley we live in right here, this is all called Cache Valley. And so we have like Cache Valley classifieds and stuff like that. So that would be a good place to promote this a little bit, especially if we're going to be selling those cards, which is what we plan to do. Now, the other way we can get value out of this, and the other thing, the like little ninja secret here, excuse me, that I still need to test, but it's something that I believe will work. I'm pretty sure it'll work, and if not, we can make some adjustments. But what I want to do is I'm actually going to be putting this map, I'm going to embed it on a website. And instead of sending people straight to the map with my NFC cards, instead of sending them here, I'm going to send them to my website. And then once they're on my website, the very first thing they're going to see is, would you like to continue as Triston Goodwin, or whatever your name is? Because it's actually going to pull your Facebook information since it's already on your phone, and it's going to give you the option to log into the site using your Facebook account. Why is that important? Because that means I can get you all on my messenger bots. That means I get your name, it means I get your sex, it means I can get your age range, I believe, if it's available on there, and I can get your email, and I can get your city and state. And so then when I come back and I want to promote something that's going on here in the city, then I can send you a messenger on Facebook using Messenger, or I can show you an ad, or I can do any of 100 different things with that, or I can add you to an email list. You know, there's a lot of different options that are available, and then that's going to help me to, one, build up my own smart city in a sense, where I'm going to have my beacons and my NFC tags placed all over the place. The airport's my next, I was going to say target, that's probably going to get me flagged here on YouTube. My next project for marketing is going to be the airport that we have up here, where again, indoor mapping, NFC tags, all that kind of fun stuff would be an awesome fit. So not only am I going to have my city, but I'm also going to have a massive email list. I'm going to have a massive list for my messenger bot, and anytime somebody wants to sell something here in the area, best way to do it is to come to talk to me. And so that's kind of the plan behind this. So there's a few different ways that we can monetize it. Now the other option, plan B for monetizing this thing, is once I have all of this built, I can actually just go and sell it to the city. I can say, hey look, you know, your guys' website sucks. I built this, it works, I'm getting more traffic than you, I outrank you in Google. Just give me 20 grand and I'll give you this entire system I built. All the NFC, all the maps, everything. And then you guys can benefit from it and use it the way that you want. 20 grand, 30 grand, 50 grand. And so yeah, that's the plan. If you guys do have any questions, now would be a great time to ask them. See, we've got a few people watching, which is pretty cool. But so that's the basic process. The next thing that I need to do now is just sit here and map out the entire routes. And as you can, oh, I closed it already, didn't I? Yeah. I have a lot of things to do with that. There's like 16 or 18 routes that I have to do, and they go all over my city of Utah, all the way up to the Idaho border, up here in Lewiston. How far is that from Pocatello? That's still a little ways. I grew up over here, and then I think it goes down to Bergen City. So there's a little bit of work there that needs to be done. But again, I think it'll be pretty cool. And if I can sell a couple thousand of these tags every 6 months whenever the semester starts, you know, that's a little bit of money I can put in my pocket. You know, if I can make an extra 10 grand per semester, you know, give me an extra 20 grand per month, no, an extra 20 grand a year, I mean, that's enough money to live off out here. I mean, that's not bad. So anyways, that's the plan. If you guys do have any other questions about this, if you're watching the video afterwards or anything, then please leave them in the comment section. And as this map progresses, so like once I finish mapping out all the routes and actually start selling the tags, then I'll make another video showing you guys how I'm doing that. Probably just gonna be doing Facebook stuff or possibly some ads here on YouTube. So that's the plan, and that's the next steps that we're going to be taking. The Beacon newsletter is going out a little bit late today. It'll probably be out probably early tomorrow, just because I've been a little busy today. I haven't had a lot of time to sit down and do that, and I apologize for the tardiness. But again, like I said, if you guys do have any other questions, if there's anything else I can help you with, please let me know, and I'm happy to do so. There's also a Facebook group that was put together by my good friend Craig Rode, and that's where we did our live stream today, which was pretty cool. It was actually a lot of fun. So if you guys want to check that out, there's also a link to that in the description of this video. And I think that'll do it for me. So have yourselves an excellent evening, and I will see you guys again here really soon. I've got some more Weebly tutorials to put together for you for the restaurant job, and then also the news video, and then keep working on this one. So hopefully we'll get some more videos coming out here really quick. But yeah, I think that's it. Gotta wait like 3 seconds in order for the thing to cut out. Otherwise it'll cut off the last thing that I say.